What if I told you there's an AI that can turn your random shower thoughts into actual songs complete with lyrics, melodies, and vocals in under 30 seconds? You'd probably think I'm exaggerating, right? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into Suno AI, the music generation platform that's got everyone talking and has musicians either excited or terrified. I've been testing this thing extensively, and the results are honestly pretty mind-blowing. But before we get carried away by the hype, let's break down exactly what Suno can do and can't do, whether it's worth your money, and if it's really going to replace your favorite artists. Spoiler alert, the answer might surprise you. So what exactly is Suno AI? Well, think of it as ChatGPT, but for music. You type in a simple description like upbeat rock song about coffee addiction, and within seconds you get a complete track with verses, chorus, bridge, instrumentals, and even AI-generated vocals. No musical experience, no expensive equipment, just you and your imagination. The platform launched with a bold promise: democratize music creation for everyone. And honestly, they're delivering on that promise in ways I didn't think were possible. The current version represents a massive leap forward from earlier iterations, producing music that genuinely sounds professional. Let me show you how this actually works. When you first land on Suno's website, you're greeted with a clean, intuitive interface that literally says, "Make a song about anything." There are preset examples to get you started, but the real magic happens when you click that Create button. You have two main modes, Simple and Custom. The Simple mode is perfect for beginners. You just type in a description and hit Generate. For example, I typed in energetic electronic track perfect for workout videos. And boom, two complete variations appeared in less than a minute. The platform always generates two versions of every prompt, which is actually genius because you get options to choose from. But here's where it gets really interesting. The custom mode is where Suno really shines. You can specify whether you want lyrics or just instrumental tracks. Choose the musical style, set the length, and even create what they call personas, essentially AI artists with consistent vocal characteristics that you can reuse across different songs. I tested this extensively by creating instrumental background music for YouTube videos, and the results were impressive. I generated epic cinematic pieces, chill acoustic tracks, my favorite, electro swing, and some driving electronic beats that instantly sounded like they could be from a professional music library. The lyric generation capability is particularly noteworthy. I asked for a country song about getting stuck in traffic, and not only did it nail the musical style, but the lyrics were surprisingly clever and coherent. Sure, occasionally you get some weird combinations that sound like they were written by someone learning English from fortune cookies, but more often than not, the results are genuinely usable.
Red tail lights, like a Christmas parade in July. Boss keeps calling, same old number, different line.
One feature that blew my mind is the stems separation. After generating a song, you can extract just the vocals or just the instrumental track. You can make them separate. This is incredibly useful if you want to remix something or use just the backing track for your own vocals. The platform also lets you extend songs if they're too short, regenerate specific sections if you don't like them, and even remaster older tracks using this latest AI model. It's like having a full recording studio at your fingertips.
I wore chains, I made myself, carried keys I never used.
Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, pricing. Suno operates on a credit system, much like other AI offerings. The free tier gives you 50 credits daily, which translates to about 10 songs per day since each generation costs 5 credits. That sounds generous until you realize how addictive this tool becomes. You'll burn through those credits faster than you think. Now, the Pro plan costs $8 monthly and gives you 2,500 credits, plus access to the latest V5 model and commercial licensing rights. There's also a Premier plan at $24 monthly with even more credits. For most content creators, the Pro plan offers solid value, especially considering what you'd pay for licensed music elsewhere. But here's where things get controversial. Suno trained its AI on existing music to learn patterns and styles, which has sparked intense debate in the music community. Critics argue this is essentially artistic theft, while supporters claim it's no different from how human musicians learn by listening to others. Well, I got a whole separate video on that called We Don't Talk About Suno. I hope you appreciate the pun. The legal landscape around AI-generated music is still evolving, so Suno claims that you own the rights to anything you generate, but the broader question around training data and copyright remain murky. It's a complex issue that the industry is still figuring out. Quality-wise, Suno excels at certain genres more than others. Electronic music, pop, rock, and country come out particularly well. Jazz and more complex orchestral arrangements can be hit or miss. The AI sometimes struggles with intricate musical relationships and sophisticated harmonic progressions. The vocal quality deserves special mention, though. These AI voices are remarkably realistic and emotive. You can generate everything from smooth crooners to energetic rockers to delicate folk singers. In honesty, it's a bit unsettling how convincing they sound. Now, for content creators, Suno is a game changer. YouTube creators, podcasters, and social media influencers can now generate original background music without worrying about copyright strikes or expensive licensing fees. The time savings alone make it worthwhile. I also see huge potential for songwriters and producers who want to quickly prototype ideas. Instead of spending hours in a studio crafting a demo, you can generate a rough version in seconds, and then decide if it's worth developing further. The mobile app deserves praise too. It's actually better than the desktop version in many ways, which is refreshingly backwards from most platforms. You can generate music on the go, which opens up creative possibilities when inspiration strikes. However, let's address the limitations. While Suno can create catchy, professionally sounding tracks, it lacks an emotional depth and artistic nuance that comes from human experience. It can mimic styles brilliantly, but it doesn't understand heartbreak, joy, or struggle in the way a human songwriter does. The AI also tends to follow predictable patterns. After generating dozens of tracks, you start noticing formula-like structures that feel somewhat repetitive. It's great at creating functional music, but revolutionary artistic breakthroughs aren't really its strong suit. Another consideration is the ethical impact on working musicians. While Suno democratizes music creation, it also potentially reduces demand for human composers and producers. It's a double-edged sword that the industry is still grappling with. Now, despite these concerns, I'm genuinely impressed with what Suno achieves. The technology represents a significant leap forward in AI creativity, and the practical applications are numerous. For anyone who needs original music quickly and affordably, it's an invaluable tool. Check out my link down in the description. The user experience is surprisingly polished. Generation times are incredibly fast, and the interface is intuitive. And the quality consistency is impressive. They've clearly invested heavily in making this accessible to non-musicians. Now, looking ahead, I expect Suno to keep improving rapidly. AI development moves at breakneck speed, and each version brings noticeable enhancements. The gap between AI-generated and human-created music continues to shrink. For some content creators specifically, Suno solves a major pain point. Original music that fits your brand and content style, generated instantly without licensing headaches or budget constraints, that's genuinely valuable. Now, if you're considering trying Suno, I'd recommend starting with their free tier to get a feel for the platform, generate some instrumental background tracks for your videos, or experiment with lyrical content just for fun. You'll quickly understand both its capabilities and its limitations. The Pro subscription becomes worthwhile once you're generating music regularly. The commercial licensing alone justifies the cost for most professional use cases. So, is Suno going to replace human musicians? Absolutely not. But it is going to change how we think about music creation and consumption. Definitely yes. It's a powerful tool that complements rather than replaces human creativity. For $10 a month, you get access to technology that would have seemed like magic just a few years ago. Whether you're a content creator needing background music, an aspiring songwriter looking for inspiration, or just someone curious about AI capabilities, Suno offers impressive value. The platform isn't perfect, and the ethical questions surrounding AI training data remain unresolved, but as a creative tool, it's genuinely remarkable what you can accomplish with just a simple text prompt. My recommendation? Give it a try. Start with a free tier, experiment with different prompts and styles, and see if it fits your workflow. Just don't expect it to write the next Bohemian Rhapsody. But for functional, high-quality music generation, Suno AI is currently leading the pack. Now, the future of music creation is clearly evolving, and platforms like Suno are at the forefront of that change. Whether that's exciting or concerning, depending on your perspective, but one thing's certain, we're witnessing a fundamental shift in how music gets made. So, have I caught your interest? Look forward to more reviews coming in the future, and check out this video right over here.